Life is a huge and complicated thing, made of many parts, but what are the basic pieces that make up this complicated thing? The answer is tiny things called cells, the building blocks of all living things. Just like a house is made of bricks, our bodies, plants, animals, and even tiny bacteria are all made of cells. They are the smallest things that can do all the jobs needed for life. Cells are too small to see without a microscope. We need strong microscopes to see them. Imagine a world smaller than a grain of sand. That's how small cells are. But inside these tiny spaces, the amazing thing that is life happens. Discovering cells changed how we understand life. It opened up new areas to explore and ask questions. Today, cell biology is a busy area of study, always showing us new things about how living things work. From simple bacteria to the most complex animals, all life shares this one thing: the cell. Imagine a cell as a busy city with a wall around it. This wall, called the cell membrane, controls what goes in and out of the cell. It's like the edge of a city, controlling traffic and making sure only allowed people and things get through. Inside the cell membrane is the cytoplasm, a jelly-like stuff that holds different parts called organelles. Think of the cytoplasm as the city itself with its busy streets and buildings. Each organelle inside the cytoplasm has a special job, just like different departments in a city government. One important organelle is the nucleus, which is like the control center of the cell. Like City Hall, with all the plans and instructions, the nucleus holds the cell's genetic material, DNA. This DNA has the instructions for building and taking care of the whole living thing. All living things are made of cells, but there are some big differences between plant and animal cells. Think about a houseplant and a pet dog. Both are alive, but they have different needs and ways of living. Animal cells are usually round or irregular shaped. They don't have a stiff cell wall, so they can be flexible and change shape. This is important for animals that move around and change shape. Plant cells have a stiff cell wall made of cellulose. This wall gives them support, so plants can grow tall and strong. It's like the strong trunk of a tree. Another big difference is how plant and animal cells get energy. Plant cells have chloroplasts, special parts that take sunlight and turn it into chemical energy through photosynthesis. These chloroplasts make plants green and let them make their own food. Section 4. Powerhouses and control centers. A look inside. Inside the busy city of the cell, different organelles do specific jobs that are important for life. Two of the most important organelles are the mitochondria and the ribosomes. Mitochondria are often called the powerhouses of the cell. Like power plants make electricity for a city, mitochondria make energy called ATP, which is the cell's main energy source. They break down food and turn it into usable energy for the cell. Ribosomes are the protein factories of the cell. Imagine them like assembly lines, making proteins using instructions from the DNA. Proteins are the workers of the cell, doing lots of different jobs, from building things to moving molecules. These organelles, along with others like the endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi apparatus, work together to make sure the cell runs smoothly. It's like a well-organized team, with each member playing an important part. Section 5. Cells at work, from tissues to organisms. Cells don't live alone. Just like bricks make a house, cells work together to make tissues, organs, and whole living things. Groups of similar cells with a specific job make up tissues. For example, muscle tissue is made of muscle cells that squeeze to make us move. Nerve tissue is made of nerve cells that send electrical signals so our body can communicate. Different tissues make organs, which are special structures that do more complex jobs. The heart is an organ made of muscle tissue, nervous tissue, and connective tissue, all working together to pump blood through our body. Organs work together in systems to make a whole organism. The circulatory system has the heart, blood vessels, and blood, all working together to move oxygen and nutrients around the body. Section 6. The complexity and importance of cells. Cells are more than just building blocks. They are complex and active, tiny worlds, full of amazing things. From molecules moving around to organelles working together, cells show us how amazing nature is. Understanding cells is important for understanding life's secrets. It helps us learn about things like health and sickness, growing up, and even how life changes over time. Cell biology has changed medicine, farming, and many other areas. As we learn more about cells, we see how connected all living things are. From tiny bacteria to huge whales, all life shares the cell. It shows how smart and efficient nature is, and it inspires scientists and anyone who is curious.